position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Canes will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So SMU's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack him? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So,
turning it on! And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, SMU! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Miami's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
it's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on, is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team in the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent, so that's the job of this coaching staff moving forward.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Beck. On target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. 3rd down coming up after the completion. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the point after is good. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Wide open downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you...
Oh, he's got some space. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Wants to bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it set up on the outside. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The handoff as they run the counter play here. There he goes.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the play fake. Punts it out of the air. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Marion. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Leaves it with the back. Got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Off play action on first down. tight end finds a soft spot. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. With the catch, it's Knight. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Grab behind the line. It's Fletcher. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Canes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds his man, it's Singleton. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Leaves it with the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Fresh off its best season since the Pony Express era, Rhett Lashley really had SMU humming, but they lost the ACC championship game, got beat in the playoff, and now to see how they'll respond.
Finish. That's been the thing that they've talked about.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Makes the grab. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses, up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Daniels. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. In the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good...
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. The Hurricanes line it up with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Beck. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. They can make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Mustangs in the hurry-up.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, Who knows how they got that thing back? They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Mustangs will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4 downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Scanning the field, it's back. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas Tech. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. To throw, it's Jennings. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this defense doing what it does best. Get after the quarterback. That's their 3rd of the day. They're #1 in the nation at getting the quarterback on the ground. That's why they've had such a successful unit.
And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this...
Turning it on! The 30, the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Canes! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off.
Miami 24, SMU 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessary.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
The Mustangs will punt this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looking for a crease, it's Lyle. Got the first down and more. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Snaps it in the shotgun. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Got a wide open receiver. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Beck. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On target over the middle. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Snap in the shotgun. With the catch, it's Knight. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyways, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Holding.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Mustangs will line up to punt it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back.
Breaks into the open. Made a defender miss. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. The 20. Touchdown, Miami. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to add another.
On for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today, and if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 14 to Texas Tech. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give on the inside. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Holding.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Mustangs line up to punt it away. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Daniels. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to throw. It's Beck. A little screen to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him.
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And that's the problem when you get in 2nd and forever. The defense knows they make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep. They break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the air, it's Jennings. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Yeah, and we talk about tackling as a defense all the time. 3rd down, money down. They catch the football. Nice job breaking on it, getting them on the ground, and not allowing any yards after the catch.
Punt is on its way. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
That's reeled in. It's Brown. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Yeah, and it was a nice comeback route. Most important part of a comeback route, dude, I got to sell you vertical like I'm running a go, and then I sit down and I come back to the football, catch it. Nice route by the wide receiver.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Beck. Working that left side now. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off play action. Looking for the score. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down. The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Brings it in down the left side. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the right. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You could probably probably questioned the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden,
makes a grab past the marker. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
The Hurricanes look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield, it's back. It's complete to the right. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 14 to Indiana. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. To the air on 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Jennings. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and take it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Continues to fight for yards. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Off the play fake on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. To the ground with the back. Breaks the tackle. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it in the middle, it's Rhodes. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Using the quick game.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You can tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
He breaks a tackle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Cooper. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Holding. Offense.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. The Mustangs are on the move. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Takes a hit as he fires. For the third. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bauman. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. The run from the shotgun. Makes a man miss. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Let's see what they've got on second down. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Bounced off his feet.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
And the Canes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Beck. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
So first down will open up the final period. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on! The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
And the Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. With jet sweep pass. Nice move to keep running.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Now the play fake. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Miami. Fit it in the window for the score. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 24 to Indiana. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Van Dyke. And the misconnection on the first attempt, see if he gets a little looser.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricane! The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good.
That makes the score Miami 59, SMU 7.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his second sack here today.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The play-action fake. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air. It's Beck. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It will be 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, we had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Off the play fake. He's got it on the run. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. He'll pull it down and run. And he avoids the tackle with the slide.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down to try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. He takes it at the 45. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Second down coming up. They'll run play action. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to throw, it's back. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Going right to work up top. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. Nice move. Creates some space. It's a running room. He's at the touchdown Mustangs. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting, and they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight, because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Kansas is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Fog Allen Fieldhouse with the Jayhawks. They're up by 28 over Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye see if they can put something together here. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Hauls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Miami! A great catch and run for 6. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns, and you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Offense in a split backfield. Dropping back, it's Van Dyke. Bringing the heat. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on second down. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be firm. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
The Mustangs will send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease? He gets to the 39.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
We'll repeat the preview. But this time, the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's back. Snagged out of the air. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day. And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Looking to pass. It's Van Dyke. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that one's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated.
And here's the third interception of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
One more play to pad the stats. Going with the counter play here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better, they go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.